We begin the news in West Africa with election-related stories. Liberians are set to go to the polls for a runoff presidential election today, Tuesday, November 14th, after two leading candidates were separated by just over 7,000 votes in the first round a month ago. They're choosing between incumbent and one-time football star George Weah and former Vice President Joseph Boakai. The president narrowly won the first round but failed to get more than 50% of the vote, triggering the runoff. Weah, who got 43.8% of the vote in the first round, and Boakai, who got 43.4%, have both been trying to build political alliances with the 18 other candidates who ran in the first round. None of them received more than 3% of the vote. And joining me live on the news to talk about this is the head of Secretariat Liberia Elections Observation Network, Augustine Tamba. Augustine, good afternoon. Glad to have you join me.
Good morning from my end and good afternoon to you. It is a pleasure that I'm on your medium this afternoon. Thank you.
All right. Give us an overview of these presidential election to start with.
So as you rightly said, the runoff elections is a constitutional requirement. Our constitution provides that for any candidate to be declared a winner, that candidate must obtain an absolute value of an absolute majority of 50.1% of the valid vote cast. In the October 10 poll, it was realized that none of the 20 candidates obtained that percentage, and therefore the runoff election was caused. But according to our law, the runoff election should occur on the second Tuesday following the first round. Technically, this election should have been conducted on the 7th of October, but the National Election Commission announced today, which is the 14th of November.
All right, so Augustine. Sorry to cut you short there, but I'll allow you to resume your thought. Like you rightly mentioned, yes, runoff presidential elections are underway already in Liberia, but I'm wondering, are the polling stations at all complying with the electoral guidelines of Liberia?
So far this morning, from our observation, yes, polling stations open on time. Relatively, we are observing polls and we are seeing security presence so far from where our observers are deployed. Other procedures have been followed. In fact, there has been an improvement from the first round of the elections to these runoff elections. Political party observers have the final registration rule to verify each voter that comes to every polling place to cast their vote as a means of transparency and accountability. So that procedures, or those procedures, are actually followed by the National Election Commission.
Now, Mr. Tamba, we understand the significance or importance of a presidential election, but for Liberia, for the country of Liberia, for Liberians, what would be the most pressing needs for Liberians?
I think the issue about the progress of the country is high on this agenda. The issue about restoring the image of our dear country is something that Liberians are actually going all out there to vote. The issue about revamping the economy and ensuring that the country is restored in terms of its national image is what Liberians are actually yearning for, to see results coming from this runoff election that will reflect the hopes and aspirations of Liberians across the country.
One more last question for you, Mr. Tamba. What are your expectations or the outcomes of these runoff election underway today?
We are expecting that the National Election Commission, as the body responsible to conduct elections in our country, will be able to adhere to every procedure. Liberians are eager to waiting for their votes to be counted. Speculations around the first round of the elections were very huge. Political parties increase the number of their representation at these polling places. So our expectation as an institution is that every vote will be counted and that these elections are going to be free, fair, credible, and transparent, that the will of the Liberian people will be respected at the ballot box today.
All right, thank you so much for that update. Augustine Tamba from the Liberia Election Observation. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It's always my pleasure.